and some are very specialist. Here's how they stack up. The F-22 Raptor's role is to achieve air superiority. They have a super cruise capability and can travel long distances at supersonic speed without using afterburners. They have a mixture of stealth features and advanced avionics to dominate the airspace, although the Iranian Air Force was notably absent during the 2025 12-day war with Israel. The F-35s give a long-range strike and escort capability. They have a low observability design mixed with advanced avionics. In the 2025 B-2 Midnight Hammer raid, they escorted the stealth bombers ready to suppress the Iranian air defenses. The F-22s and F-35s have different data communication systems, so high behind them a U-2 Dragon Lady acts as a comms node, with a system nicknamed the Einstein Box, which allows the two aircraft types to exchange data. The U-2 can fly at over 70,000 feet, meaning its footprint can cover a huge area. The F-15E Strike Eagles and F-A-18 Super Hornets are the fighter bombers. They search for and strike high-value ground targets. With them come the EA-18G Growlers. They can jam communication systems and blind air defense rockets.
Civilian department. Civilian. That's cool.
I was surprised.
America is still boasting of its successes, though, knocking out 1,700 Iranian targets. This is the view of an Israeli pilot as Iranian soldiers flee before impact. Israel claims to have hit the headquarters of the Assembly of Experts in the Iranian city of Qom, where a new releasing this video showing off an arsenal of drones and missiles still capable of striking neighbours.
The process that has begun will soon reach Europe if countries think that they can sit safely in a corner until this war, this conflict ends and then take a share of it. They are gravely mistaken. The fire of this war is hardly contagious and will engulf the entire world.
Go past West 17th Avenue and turn left toward Access Road.
Are preparing for a wider war. Greece is sending 2 frigates. France deploying an aircraft carrier group, 2 more frigates to the eastern Mediterranean. From the UK, HMS Dragon, its most advanced destroyer, due in Cyprus in a week. Qatar says it took down 2 Iranian fighter jets in its airspace and 98 ballistic missiles. British ground troops stationed in Iraq also downed drones. Its RAF jets already in the air, shooting down attack drones over Jordan and Qatar.
Then immediately turn right into the parking lot. Turn right into the parking lot.
It's cool.
Your destination is on the left.
Elizabeth.
Jordan and Qatar.
Oh, we can talk about in the big order.
I got a Grubhub for Elizabeth.
Jingle to the second one.
Thank you.
40 dead, 30,000 displaced. Among those killed, the key Iranian Special Forces commander hiding out. Israel's tanks now seen at the border with Lebanon, awaiting further instruction.
So we're in the north of the country, and this is the Israel-Lebanon border. 130 kilometres long, 9-metre high.
Okay, you can go order.
Yes. Look. Look.
Exit the parking lot toward Access Road.
What do you think that was? Iron Dome missiles attempting to bring it down. It's unclear if they succeeded. Tonight, the first faces of American losses. 4 soldiers from Iowa killed in a drone attack in Kuwait. And these young girls, students at a primary school in
Turn left onto Access Road. Then at the next stop sign, you'll turn left.
168 dead. The child victims of adult actions.
At the stop sign, turn left toward Sheridan Boulevard. Then at the next stop sign, you'll turn right.
Chris Reason once again in Tel Aviv. Chris, the US
At the stop sign, turn right onto Sheridan Boulevard.
to try to stage an uprising. Mark, there are credible reports this morning that the US intelligence agency, the CIA, is now in talks with Kurdish rebels with view to arming them and giving them American military equipment to try and take on the Iranian Revolutionary Guard on the ground in Iran. CNN reporting that
At the
as a
next
way
light,
of
turn right.
kickstarting this internal revolution. There's also reports that the CIA is having the same conversations with the Baloch people in the southwest of the country. Now, critics say this is extremely contentious and dangerous a move, but intelligence sources saying it could be the only way of achieving the central objective of this war against
At
the
the light,
regime.
turn right onto
It's
West
complete
Colfax
removal.
Avenue.
Ange?
Chris Reason in Tel Aviv, thank you. Now to Rob Scott in Washington, D.C. Rob, more clues tonight. This war could be with us for a while.
Yes, Ange. After Donald Trump declared last night that America could power a forever war, the Pentagon now looks set to meet with weapons manufacturers on Friday to get them to start upping production. Reports as well tonight that the US is using a military AI platform, despite concerns over its reliability and whether or not it's too trigger-happy. And then there's this burning question over whether the US will need boots on the ground in Iran to achieve its aims, with some Republicans already nudging the president for a vote in Congress on the matter.
For the first time, Donald Trump taking questions on the war. Sorting out who went first at the press conference was one thing.
Not your turn.
Sorting out who went first in Iran, quite another.
Mr. President, Israel forced your hand to launch and stress
against Iran.
You know, I might have forced their hand. We were having negotiations with these lunatics, and it was my opinion that they were going to attack first.
Once the president made a decision that negotiations were not going to work, the decision was made to strike them. That's what I said yesterday.
But it wasn't what he said yesterday at all, when the Secretary of State claimed the US only moved after Israel said it was going in.
We knew that that would precipitate an attack against American forces, and we knew that if we didn't preemptively go after them before they launched those attacks, we would all be here answering questions about why we knew that and didn't act.
But Rubio and Trump are on the same page for this.
Let me explain to you guys this in simple English, okay? Iran is run by lunatics, religious fanatic lunatics.
They're crazy. They're sick. It's terrible.
All of that, perhaps.
When your landlord texts, but your account says $47. Download like 5 different cash advance apps trying to get some
At the next light, turn left.
Social security number. Another one wanted pay stubs and bank statements. One of them wanted me to open up a whole new account. Just put the fries in the bag, little bro. I'm trying to get $100, not apply for a mortgage. Then someone told me about Credit Genie.
At the light, turn left onto Pierce Street.
And verify identity, that's it. I got $100 the same day. No credit checks, no interest, no late fees. Download Credit Genie.
In 800 feet, your destination will be on the right.
Paying for GPT, Claude, and Gemini separately is the 2025 version of having cable, Hulu, and Netflix all at once. So Perplexity gives you every major...
But was Iran an imminent nuclear threat? From the White House...
The Iranian negotiators said to us they could deliver 11 nuclear bombs.
But from the United Nations watchdog...
We never had information indicating that there was a structured, systematic program to construct a nuclear weapon.
Either way, says Trump.
I have never had more compliments on something I did.
The compliments today from ally Germany and its Chancellor Friedrich Merz.
Spending the night in your guest house.
While Spain is in the doghouse.
Very uncooperative. We're going to
Your destination is on the right.
We don't want anything to do with Spain.
And while Germany is on board,
Get rid of this terrible terrorist regime.
it wants to know what's next.
And we have to talk about their strategy.
As others say the same.
I just left a classified briefing on Iran. It is so much worse than you thought. You are right to be worried.
Asked today what his worst-case scenario would be once this war is finally over, Donald Trump said it would be finding out that the regime change he's been pushing for.
Washington, D.C. Rob Scott, 7 News.
And Donald Trump has fired verbal missiles at one of America's strongest allies. Let's go live to Europe correspondent Ben Downey in London. Ben, the President took aim at the UK's Prime Minister.
Mark, he did. It's being said here, Keir Starmer experienced his own love actually moment, standing up to the US president and refusing deeper cooperation in the war, but it earned him this stinging rebuke.
This is not Winston Churchill that we're dealing with. The UK, what they're doing with energy and what they're doing with immigration is horrible.
Donald Trump said that sitting in front of a bust of Winston Churchill in the Oval Office. The wartime leader, one of his heroes. US-UK relations now at a troubling new low. The King due in Washington next month.